Now some sobering news. We all know about George Kittle. He tore his Achilles. Kyle Shanahan confirmed it after the game. The trainers knew before anyone got there. I mean, before they did any tests. I mean, first of all, what an incredible career for George Kittle. If he never plays again, which I'm sure he will play again, but if he never plays again, first ballot Hall of Famer, best tight end in NFL in Niners history, and one of the best tight ends of all time. And in a way, I kind of would expect nothing less from George Kittle than to go out in the sword like that. I mean, I can't see George Kittle just walking off the field. He's going to go off on a stretch, on a not a stretcher, but on a cart because he gives his all. He wasn't. He didn't think he was going to tear his Achilles on that one. It's just one of those things. I've seen so many athletes do that. I was there when Kevin Durant did it. You hit your early 30s, you try to do something that's worked your whole life, and it just goes. And what's rough for the night? I mean, maybe they can win a Super Bowl without George Kittle. Seems unlikely, but the Niners are doing things that the power of teamwork this year is taking them very far. But it's just such a blow. It happens in January. Kind of like Malik Mustafa's torn ACL last year. It happened in January. So is Kittle going to be ready for OTAs? No. Is he going to be ready for training camp? No. Is he going to be ready for week 1? Probably not. Maybe he'll come back week 6, but he's 10 years older than Malik Mustafa. And when he does come back off this injury with no training camp, what's he going to look like? This has been one of the most dynamic tight ends ever. A guy who's 250 but runs like he's 210. I mean, the speed, but the quickness and the agility and the strength, the ability to break tackles, is that still there? I guess that's an issue. I guess we'll find out. But probably the Niners aren't concerned about that right now. They're probably so thrilled that they won this game. They'll deal with that as it comes. But tears it in January. You won't have him the rest of the year, which, if you had just beaten the Seahawks, you wouldn't have had to play this game, and Kittle wouldn't have torn his. But I'm just saying, you gave him a 4-year extension. What are you going to get? Are you going to have to cut him? That's disrespectful to say today. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to think ahead. I'm sure the Niners are already planning ahead too. Football's brutal, man. You think you're making the right decisions extending these players. Kittle, great year last year, extension hurt. Fred Warner, great year last year, extension hurt. Nick Bosa, extension hurt. Brandon Ayuk, extension, nothing. Ricky Pearsall, first-round pick, nothing. And yet, the Niners just beat the number 3 seed and might go into the number 1 seed's house next week and win. I don't know. All I can say is that quality control has been on point. And if George Kittle can't play, I mean, no disrespect to George, but his backup's been money this year. You know what pissed me off? When Kyle called that play for Luke Farrell. Come on, man. Why are you trolling me? We're on the same side here, man. I'm trying to help you. Let me help you, Kyle. Don't ever call another pass for Luke Farrell. That's it, man. You were out of Luke Farrell passes. That was the last one. You're going to Tonjes from now on. And I just want to say that the Rams, a big reason they beat the Panthers by a tiny little bit is because Stafford, with the game on the line, hit Colby Parkinson, the number 2 tight end. He is a weapon. He scored like 9 touchdowns for them this year. How do I know? He was on my fantasy team. Love Colby Parkinson. You know who's better than Colby Parkinson? Jake Tonjes. He could do for the Niners what Parkinson's doing for the Rams. And just because the Niners lost Kittle, that doesn't mean they're done. I mean, Devontae Adams looks washed, even though he's on the field. The Bears have no defense. I mean, maybe the Niners face the Rams in the NFC Championship game and the Rams get the better of them, but like, they got their own injury issues. They have no defense. They have a pass rush, but they have no run defense. They have no secondary, the Rams. So it kind of feels like the only thing standing between the Niners and a Super Bowl appearance is Darnold. And I beat him last week. He's going to do it twice in 3 weeks. Darnold. Again, 2 types of quarterbacks. The kind you feel that you know, not feel, you know, is leading their team down the field with 2 minutes left, and the kind you know isn't. He's the second kind. Maybe it's not even a close game. They don't have to deal with that, but it feels like, I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Every time I have confidence in the Niners, they let me down. But I will say, they still haven't lost 2 games in a row. Shout out to them. They're so resilient. What a resilient group.